A very good morning, my dear students. I'm here again with the lecture number 4 of chapter 7, that is equilibrium. So, whatever I have explained till now, that KP, KC, and the relation between KP and KC, I hope you all got it very perfectly in perfect way. You got it. So, let's move further. And as usual, let's start with a quote. So, I'm always doing what I can't do yet in order to learn how to do it. This is my personal perspective that everyone should do like this. Whatever, if you can't do that means you don't know, and if you don't know, you should learn this thing. So I do. So I hope it is clear. So let's move to next video. Next topic. Today we are going to learn about the types of chemical equilibrium. Already we have done that types of equilibrium, that is physical equilibrium and chemical equilibrium. Here we are going to understand other types of equilibrium, that is heterogeneous, homogeneous, and what are they. So let's start with this. First is going to be homogeneous equilibrium. What does it mean, homogeneous equilibrium? Equilibrium, so you know that when the rate of forward reaction and the rate of backward reaction will be equal, that will be called equilibrium. But what is this homogeneous? So in the homogeneous, we say that all the reactant and the product, if they belong to same phase, then it will be called equilibrium. Like all are solid phase, or all are liquid, or all are gas, then it will be called homogeneous. While if it was not so, then it will be heterogeneous. Yes. So a few examples like C2H5OH liquid, this is called esterification. You all know this, you have done in class 10th. So this is esterification reaction. And this all are like what? Liquid. Yes. So this is also liquid state. So that's why it's a homogeneous equilibrium example. Another thing, Fe plus 3 aqueous, SCN minus aqueous, and this is going to give you a complex, that is FeSCN and then big bracket plus 2. So this is also aqueous. So all are in aqueous medium. Do you know what is the difference between liquid and aqueous? Liquid is the pure state, okay, and aqueous, that means this is the solid state. Now it is dissolved in water, so it is called aqueous. Okay, so all are like in the powder form or the solid form, they exist, but when they mix with the water, they form a solution, and that solution is going to be used for this reaction. So this is aqueous. So since all are in aqueous, same medium, so that's why it is also an example of homogeneous equilibrium. Another, this is a very famous reaction that is called Haber's process. This is Haber's process, and Haber's process is used for manufacturing of ammonia on the larger scale on the industrial process, like, yes. So all are in gas. This is also in gas stage. So that's why it is also an example of homogeneous equilibrium. This is 2SO2 plus O2 gas changed into 2SO3. This is key equation for the contact process. Contact process, that means for manufacturing of sulfuric acid. Okay. So this is the equation, and that used in presence of V2O5 catalyst. Okay, so nowhere we don't have to relate, we don't have to understand, we don't have to learn about catalyst right now. So just know that this is gas. So it is also an example of homogeneous equilibrium. Now heterogeneous equilibrium, as I have already told you, that if the reactant and product are not in the same phase. Okay, कोई एक भी कुछ भी other unit, suppose that lots of reactant are there and that lots of products will be there, any one of this is not in the same phase, then it will be called heterogeneous liquid. So example like CaCO3 solid, decomposition of calcium carbonate, this is solid, and on decomposition this will also be solid, but this one is the gas, so it is an example of heterogeneous equilibrium. Another, sodium bicarbonate breaking, so this will also give you sodium carbonate solid, but carbon dioxide will be gas, water will be as a gas form. H2O liquid, vaporization or evaporation, you can say that H2O liquid change into H2O gas, so this is also not example of homogeneous, that means obviously heterogeneous equilibrium. This is calcium hydroxide solid. When it dissolve in, when we add in water, so it dissolve into ions, calcium plus 2 aqueous and 2OH minus aqueous. So that is also an example of heterogeneous equilibrium. Or somewhere it can also be written as like this, CaOH whole twice aqueous, CaOH whole twice plus water liquid will give you COH equal to aqueous. So again, all are in different phase. So it is an example of heterogeneous equilibrium. Now, few important points for as a note. For heterogeneous reaction, the equilibrium expression do not include the concentration of pure solid and pure liquid. This is important point because in like further questions it will be used. So if I'm talking about pure solid and pure liquid, it will be concentration of pure solid and pure liquid will be considered as 1. This is the important point. Okay. क्योंकि concentration किसका होता है? The solid dissolve in the liquid. Then only if solid is not dissolved, तो how concentration will be? And pure liquid का भी कोई concentration नहीं होता है. Okay. So it will be taken as 1. If the concentration of the solvent is used, it is considered as a constant because it is present in large amount, like H2O as a liquid if it is present. So H2O as a solvent we are using, and the one which is in the large like excess amount, large quantity, उस पे rate of reaction भी depend नहीं करता है, and उसके हम उसे we don't consider it. Okay, so it is considered as constant. We don't consider it in the equilibrium concentration term. We take it as a constant and will not change appreciably. For example, consider the reaction that is KNH4 plus aqueous OH minus aqueous NH3 upon NH3 aqueous and H2O. So H2O is in liquid state and that means it is an aqueous. ये reaction कब के लिए है? जब when this NH3 plus water, if I am using NH3 as a gas I am using, here it is aqueous, it should be gas, not gas को obviously water में, this is gas and this one is liquid and this one is going to give you NH4 plus or OH minus and both will be in the aqueous medium, like they will be dissolved in water, so aqueous. Okay, so in this case this water is a solvent over here, so solvent as a excess amount we will consider, yes, and that concentration of H2O we will take as a 1, yes, so constant, and water is present in large quantity will not change appreciably during the reaction. So by convention we write H2O is equal to constant, so that the equation will be like this. Got it? This is also a constant, here constant, and this is also constant, so K into constant will be another constant K dash, and this will be like this. Got it? Okay, now here is a question, very easy question, so you all are supposed to answer in the chat box quickly. Which of the following reaction involve homogeneous equilibrium and which involve heterogeneous equilibrium? So homogeneous and heterogeneous, for this question, to answer this question you are supposed to understand the definition, so you know, and I hope you will get it. So this is N2O, this is gas, 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 so obviously it is homogeneous, very correctly. This one is gas, 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 so it is also homogeneous. In this case it is solid, solid, but gas, gas. This one is hetero, yes, correct. And this one is aqueous, liquid, aqueous, aqueous, so obviously it is also hetero. And here it is gas, this is aqueous, and this is solid, so again this is also a case of heterogeneous equilibrium. I hope it is clear. Okay. Okay, next slide, that is characteristics of equilibrium constant. What are the properties, what are the characteristics of equilibrium constant that we are going to learn. So equilibrium constant is applicable only when the concentration of products and reactants have attained their equilibrium state. This is the important point. Equilibrium constant हम तभी लिख सकते हैं जब reactant and product are they are in the equilibrium state. Okay, before the equilibrium or after the equilibrium, whatever we will write, that will not be considered as equilibrium constant. Clear? Okay, now the value of equilibrium constant is independent of the original concentration of reactant. Like initial क्या था और final क्या बनेगा, उस पे equilibrium constant बिल्कुल depend नहीं करता. क्या concentration at the equilibrium है, that will that affect the equilibrium constant. That's it. Like Fe3 aqueous plus SCN aqueous change into FeSCN, and that is actually, it should be like this. Yes, so in this case अगर 298 Kelvin पे हम देखेंगे तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, we are taking this K concentration of this upon concentration of this and concentration of this. So this is K equilibrium we are taking. Okay, 138.0 जो भी calculate करने पे whatever the value is given, यहाँ पे कुछ value suppose that given होगी. So that is experimental value. So that I have written over here. This is experimental, not to be learned. Okay, so this one is 138.0 liter per mole. Whatever may be initial concentration, कुछ भी हो इसका initial concentration, आप कुछ भी लोगे, जो भी होगा, the value of K comes out to be 138 liter per mole at 298 Kelvin. 298 Kelvin पर अगर हम equilibrium constant की value लेंगे तो this will be 138 liter per mole. जो भी initial concentration whatever we will take for this Fe+3 for SCN minus, so it will like change like this. Got it? So simple सी बात है that equilibrium constant doesn't depend upon the initial concentration. That's it. As I told you that equilibrium point बिल्कुल नहीं decide करता है कि आप कौन से speed से आ रहे हो, कितने time से आ रहे हो. Similarly, equilibrium constant भी जो होता है initial concentration पे या final concentration पे नहीं depend करता. It depends only on the concentration at the equilibrium. Okay, another point, the equilibrium constant has a definite value for every reaction. हर reaction के लिए एक particular value होती है इसकी at a particular temperature. However, it varies with the change in temperature. For example, the equilibrium constant for the reaction between hydrogen and iodine to form hydrogen iodide is 48 at 717 Kelvin. Equilibrium constant की value जो होगी that will be constant for हर for a particular temperature. अगर हम बात करते हैं तो equilibrium constant की value जो होगी वो किसी एक fixed reaction के लिए fixed value होगी. But yes, of course, it will change according to the temperature. So that is in class 12th. You will understand over there that every rise of 10 degree, the equilibrium constant जो होगा वो बढ़ जाता है, जिसे हम rate constant भी कहते हैं. That will be increased by double or triple. So that is nowhere related over here with this. Okay. H2 gas plus I2 gas change into 2HI gas. Here it will be KHI plus 2, that is H2I2, that is 48. In some book you can see that it is 49 also you can see. Okay, so that is experimental value. No. For the reaction, the value of K is fixed as long as temperature remains constant. जब तक temperature 717 Kelvin रहता है, K की value constant रहेगी, and that is 48 or 49 somewhere. Now another point, for a reversible reaction, the equilibrium constant for the forward reaction is inverse of the equilibrium constant for the backward reaction, and we have done question on this. Yes, that forward reaction and backward reaction का जो equilibrium constant होगा, that means Kf will be equal to 1 upon Kb, or similarly Kb will be equal to 1 upon Kf. Inverse होगा. We have done yesterday also in previous video. For example, if the equilibrium constant for the forward reaction is H2 plus I2 change into 2HI, it is 48. So obviously for the backward reaction it will be 1 by 48, that means 0.02. I hope it is clear. Yes, there is no problem. Okay, now characteristics of equilibrium constant. The equilibrium constant is independent of the presence of catalyst. Catalyst के presence से भी ये बिल्कुल independent होता है. That means role of catalyst doesn't change the equilibrium constant. Yes, catalyst can change the time to attain the equilibrium, but it will not at all affect the equilibrium constant. This is so because the catalyst affect the rate of forward reaction and the backward reaction equally, and it just help in the achievement of equilibrium more faster and changing anything else. Got it? So matlab it will help to attain the equilibrium faster, but it is not going to change the equilibrium constant, as it will affect the forward reaction and the backward reaction with the same effect, same way. Okay. So application of equilibrium constant, that is another thing, predicting the extent of a reaction. How much reaction has been proceeded, like या फिर we can say that how much reactant is left now, or how much product is formed at this time till now. So that can be predicted with the help of equilibrium constant. So there are the three formula actually, so that you have to learn. Larger the value of K, greater will be the equilibrium concentration of the product relative to those of reactant that the concentration proceed in to the greater extent. Simple सी बात है, how it is said. A K equilibrium जो होता है, whenever we write concentration of product, we write upon concentration of reactant. If this value is high, that means obviously this value is more. Yes, the product concentration is more, then only K equilibrium will be high. So reactant बहुत कम बच गया आपके पास. Yes, यानी कि reactant जो है वो reaction जो है वो ज़्यादा proceed कर चुका है. Reaction is just about to finish or about to its final stage. Got it? I think I'm clear. Yes, chal. We can make the following generalization concerning the composition of equilibrium mixture and equilibrium constant, that is Kc or Kp पे. How it is? These are the points to be learned. If K equilibrium is greater than 10 to the power 3, that means अगर आप value देख के आप बता सकते हो कि how many percentage of reaction are reactant are left or product are more, how, so that will be predicted by the help of these values. So if K value is greater than 10 to the power 3, that means product predominates over the reactant. That is, more amount of product are already formed. And if K is very large, the reaction proceeds nearly to completion. Yes, nearly to completion. मतलब reaction अभी just complete होने ही वाला है by and any time it will be completed. Yes. If K is less than 10 to the power minus 3, अगर 10 to the power minus 3 से भी कम है, that means reaction या तो अभी बहुत तुरंत start हुआ है, immediately it started, and it's a long way to go. अभी बहुत reaction complete होना बाकी है. तो reactant will predominate over the product. That means reaction अभी just start हुआ है. Yes, the reaction proceeded to very small extent or rarely. या तो वो बिल्कुल proceed हो ही नहीं सकता, या फिर अभी just proceed ही हुआ है at very small extent. But if the K value lies between 10 to the power minus 3 to 10 to the power 3, appreciable concentration of both reactant and product are there. So it can be a condition of equilibrium. That means the reactant and product are appreciable concentration में है वो, बराबर concentration में है वो almost, and it can be a case of equilibrium. Got it? So here we can see that negligible Kc, that means अगर negligible हो गया 10 to the minus 3 से भी बहुत कम आ गया, that means reaction will hardly proceed. अगर 10 to the power minus 3 आता है, so we can say that the both यहाँ पे reactant अभी proceed, reactant and products are there, but अभी reaction start हुआ है, just it has started over here. Now 1 तक एक हम कह सकते हैं, अगर 10 to the power 3 आ जाता है, ठीक है. So in this case 10 to the power 3 से ऊपर जब जाने लगता है, तो we can say that कि more reaction is about to completion, and this is the case of 1 हो जाए, यानी कि यहाँ पे क्या होगा, Kc अगर 1 कब होगा, जब प्रोडक्ट का कंसंट्रेशन और रिएक्टेंट का कंसंट्रेशन इक्वल होगा, तभी तो होगा, isn't it? So that means this is the stage of equilibrium. So when Kc value is 1, that means the reaction is at the equilibrium. और extremely large Kc अगर पहुंच जाता है, तो मतलब finish हो चुका है, खत्म हो चुका है, there is nothing to be completed. Yes. Now predicting the direction of reaction, that equilibrium constant can predict the direction of reaction also, as right now we have done. So in the same way it can be. The equilibrium constant also help to find the direction in which an arbitrary reaction mixture of reactant and products will proceed. For this purpose we calculate the reaction quotient. So next it is defined in the same way as equilibrium constant, with the molar concentration to give Qc, with the partial pressure to give Qp. What is the difference then? What will be the difference between Kc and Qc? See, if we take the concentration at the equilibrium, it will give you equilibrium constant Kc, but if we take the concentration of the reactant and product other than equilibrium, then it will be called Qc. Got it? And if you will take partial pressure, it will be considered as Qp. Okay, so as for example, AA plus BB change into CC DD. So QC will be this only. Got it? If I will ask about this K equilibrium, this will be also same. Then how you will bifurcate, how you will separate this? Yes, how you will distinguish that what is equilibrium constant and what is QC, reaction quotient. This is called reaction quotient. Okay, so this is यहाँ पे whatever the concentration we are using, that concentration at equilibrium, while wherever this concentration जो हम use कर रहे हैं, that is concentration other than equilibrium. गॉट इट. इक्विलिब्रियम को छोड़कर बाकी टाइम का जो कंसंट्रेशन होगा दैट वी आर. सिमिलरली दिस इज pressure, partial pressure other than equilibrium. I hope it is clear. Yes. So equilibrium की अगर हम बात करते हैं तो then at that case QC will be equal to KC. equilibrium पर QC और KC यानी reaction quotient लिखो या फिर equilibrium constant लिखो, दोनों same होगा. So some point to note, like if QC is greater than KC, अगर QC ज़्यादा होगा KC कम हो, then the reaction will proceed from right to left. That means it will move in the backward direction, okay, in the direction of reactant. That means reverse. अगर QC ज़्यादा होगा, यानी कि how it will be explained by the next law that I am going to explain in the next video. Okay, so if QC is greater, यानी कि reaction quotient is greater then the equilibrium constant, then the reaction will move in the backward direction. That is the point we will learn. आगे इसका reason जो है that I will give you in the next video. If QC is less than KC, then the reaction will proceed in the direction of the product. That means in the forward direction. And if QC or KC equal हो जाए, then the reaction is at equilibrium. So no reaction will occur at that time. That means neither in forward direction or in backward direction. Thus, a reaction has a tendency to form product if QC is less than K, and to form reactant if QC is greater than K. Got it? So this is the thing that reaction will form product if QC is less than K. But if QC is greater than K, the more and more reactant will form. Clear? We'll get back. So this is another graphical way, like we can say that assumption that KC, in this case, QC is very much less than KC. So the reaction is moving in the direction of forward direction, that means product direction में जा रहा. QC, KC equal हो गया, then there is equilibrium. And if QC is greater than KC, that means reaction tends to form reactant. यानी backward direction में move करेगा. Got it? This concept will be explained in terms of Le-Chatelier principle that will be discussed in the next video. Calculation of equilibrium constant and concentration. How to find this equilibrium constant or concentration कैसे find करेंगे? Yesterday we have done few numericals. That in that case the concentration was given at the equilibrium only. But if the concentration is not given at the equilibrium, that means initial is given, then how we will find the concentration at the equilibrium, and then how we will find the constant, equilibrium constant, that we are going to learn from this. Already discussed, yes. So that we will do discuss in form of some questions. So now let's do some questions. And question का नाम सुनते ही, that is like what we say, wondering क्या करना होगा, कैसे करना होगा. Okay, so here the question: the initial pressure of CuCl2 is 1000 torr. The total pressure of the system becomes 1500 torr when the equilibrium is attained at constant temperature, the value of Kp of the reaction. So obviously the Kp, for the Kp, you want the pressure of CO and then pressure of Cl2 upon pressure of COCl2. Yes, but this pressure should be at the equilibrium. जबकि आपको जो question दिया हुआ है वो initial pressure दिया हुआ है and total pressure दिया हुआ है. So how to do this? So just write this reaction again. COCl2 change into CO gas, and that no need to write again. Okay, so at T is equal to 0, initial का मतलब T is equal to 0, that means reaction has not been proceeded right now. Okay, till now it is not started. So at this time the pressure is 1000 torr, let it be 1000. Okay, only I'm not writing the unit. And at this time, though since there is no product, so we can say that this is 0 and this is 0. Clear? Okay. This जो ये total pressure दिया हुआ है at equilibrium दिया हुआ है. तो suppose now next case at equilibrium T is equal to equilibrium. So some portion of this will deduct, some portion of this reactant will convert into the product obviously. So 1000, and suppose that this is P is going to be decreased. So for 1 mole it is decreasing P. So whatever the जितना reactant घटेगा उतना ही product बनता है. Got it? According to their stoichiometric coefficient. So for 1 mole it is P. So for 1 mole it will form P, and for this 1 mole it will form P. Got it? So in this condition the total pressure जो होगा that will be क्या होगा? What will be that? Total pressure will be 1000 minus P plus P plus P. Isn't it? So this is going to be cancelled, and the total pressure is given 1500 is equal to 1000 plus P. Yes. So P is equal to 500 torr. यानी कि 500 torr घटेगा and इतना ही ये होगा. So अब निकाल लो Kp. Just put the value. Kp at the, अगर हम यहाँ पे देखते हैं, that is the partial pressure is P at this time, equilibrium पे P है. So we can say that P of CO2 is P. Yes. And just let me put the value directly. This partial pressure of CO at equilibrium, what is this? Partial pressure of CO at equilibrium is P, and the P we got 500. So can I write 500? Similarly for Cl2 it is 500. And what is this? This is again 1000 minus P. So what it will be? 500. So this is Kp is equal to 500. This much torr. What is the correct answer? Yes, you are very much correct, and this is the answer 4. Got it? So now move to next question. Easy peasy it was. They are also very happy because they solved the question. Chalo. Okay. Now the next question is that hydrogen a mole and iodine B mole. Okay. Hydrogen A mole and iodine B moles are going to react to give 2x mole of Hi at equilibrium. So let me write the equation first. H2 plus I2 is going to change into 2Hi. Yes. So it is said that initially it is going to have A moles of this and B moles of reacting to give this. So at T is equal to 0, this is A mole and this is B mole. This time is 0. क्योंकि initial तो कुछ product नहीं बना. At T is equal to equilibrium. ये कह रहा है to give 2x mole of Hi at equilibrium. So what I'll say that it has like some portion will be deducted from this. So let me mark it as a M. Yes. Similarly B, since it is 1 mole, so जितना इसका घटेगा उतना इसका भी घटेगा. So that is B minus 1, and this will form 2M. Okay. Any doubt in this? It is said that 2x mole of Hi at forms. So at equilibrium, according to question given, T is equal to equilibrium, 2M is equal to 2x. So you can find that M is equal to X, isn't it? Clear? So अब find करो कि total number of moles at equilibrium. So total number of moles अगर हम करेंगे, total number of moles at equilibrium कितना होगा ये? This is A minus M plus B minus M plus 2M. Yes, क्योंकि इस time में reactant and product all are there. So this is M minus M, 2M minus 2M and plus 2M. So it will be cancelled out, isn't it? What is this? A plus B. Clear? This is the answer. When no need to calculate this. इसको calculate करने की जरूरत भी नहीं थी. But फिर भी with the process we will move. ठीक है? And we'll find that A plus B. I hope it is clear. Yes? चलिए, now the next thing. It was also so easy. Yes? Okay, now the next question. A reaction 2A gas plus B gas change into 3C gas plus D gas. All of you are supposed to write answer in the chat box. As you get the answer, you write it, okay? Is begun with the concentration of A and B both at initial value this much. When equilibrium is reached, the concentration of D is measured and found to be 0.25, the value of equilibrium constant. Again, the same way we will do. अब यहाँ पे क्या है? Stoichiometric coefficient is there, so that matters. अब यहाँ देखो 2A plus B is going to convert into 3C plus D. So at T is equal to 0, this is begin is going to be initial is 1. So let it be 1. Yes, 1 molar, iska bhi 1 molar hoga. And this time it is 0, 0. Now at T is equal to equilibrium. इसका कुछ portion घटेगा, तो कितना घटेगा? For 1 mole, suppose that X is decreasing. So for 2 mole, it will be 2X. Got it? Clear, बच्चे? Similarly for B इसका भी कुछ पोर्शन घटेगा, तो for 1 mole कितना घटा था? X. So here is 1 mole, so that means X only will decrease. And इसका कितना बनेगा? 1 mole के लिए X बना था, for 3 mole it will be 3X. And similarly 1 mole के लिए तो X बनेगा. Got it? Any doubt in this? Now the question is that when equilibrium is reached, the concentration of D is measured and found to be 0.25. यानी कि X is equal to given, X is equal to 0.25 given है. So equilibrium constant के लिए वैल्यू निकालो, तो फटाफट निकालिए. 1 minus this will be 1 minus 2 into 0.25 यानी कि 1 minus 0.5. So this is this is going to be 0.5 we got for A. Similarly for find B, 1 minus 0.25, that means it is going to be 0.75, isn't it? For this is 0.25 into 3 यानी कि 0.3 into 0.25, that means it is going to be 0.75, and here it is 0.25. Clear? Okay, so equilibrium constant के equilibrium के लिए क्या होगा? This, so 3C concentration कितना है? 0.75. So just 0.73C. Let me write like completely I'm writing, and then you can do it in the short way also. Okay, so this is 2A concentration power square. जो भी stoichiometric coefficient होगा, that will be concentration. Okay, that will be converted into power. And here B. So what it is? 3C concentration हमने कितना निकाला था? 3C concentration 0.75. So this is going to be 0.75 cube. Then D concentration is 0.25, 0.25 upon 2A. We got this 0.5, isn't it? So 0.5 square, and B is, we got 0.75. So just no need to solve because our question is given in the same way. So just check 0.75 power cube by 3 and 0.25 divided by 0.5 square into 0.75. So this one is the answer. Yes, got it? So this is the answer. You can easily mark it. Yes, good. You are doing a good job. Chaliye. So I hope you got the question. You got it easily. Yes. Now there's a question, and that is going to be homework for you. So just apply your mind and use it and solve it. Another question is also homework for you people. The same way which I have explained. Just be careful that for 1 mole always decrease X, and for accordingly you just like always start with the 1 mole. Okay, 1 mole को concentration मान के चलते हैं, and 1 mole के लिए अगर हम X डिडक्ट कर रहे हैं, X घट रहा है, reduce हो रहा है, तो कितने mole के लिए कितना बनेगा, multiply कर लो. It will be a clear picture. Okay, so that's it for today class. I hope you got it, and now you have concept that how to solve the numericals related with this equilibrium constant. So there are some questions as a homework. I have given you 2 questions from this video, and some more question will be there from your NCERT. So just try to solve it and keep it up. So next we will be discussing that relation between Gibbs free energy and equilibrium constant along with the Le Chatelier principle. So that we will do in the next video. Till then, thank you class.